I'm currently in Perth, Australia, and last Sunday I decided to repeat an observation I made some time ago of Bathurst Lighthouse on Rottnest Island from two different elevations. Here we can see information on the lighthouse. The tower height is 19.2 metres, 63 feet, and the focal height, which is the height of the lamp itself above sea level, is 30 metres, that's 98 feet. So the location I used for my observations is Princes Street, Cottesloe, specifically the intersection of Avonmore Terrace, which has an elevation of 30 metres above sea level, and also on the beach at the base of Princes Street, where the elevation is around 2 metres. This location has featured a number of times in my previous videos because the orientation of Princes Street is directly east-west, and therefore it makes an excellent reference when determining the angle of the sunset. As you can see here, on the 10th of December, the sun was setting significantly south of due west, and that alone destroys the flat Earth model. We can use Google Earth to determine the distance between Bathurst Lighthouse and the viewing locations. And here we can see that to the intersection of Avonmore Terrace and Princes Street, the distance is 20.25 kilometres. If we move down to the beach, we now have a distance of 20 kilometres. So when we put those distances into the Earth Curve calculator, it will predict how much of the land and the lighthouse we should be able to see. Anyone that has visited Bathurst Lighthouse will confirm there is a significant amount of land underneath the lighthouse. And there you can see a person on a bicycle, which gives you an idea of the scale. This video was made on one of my own visits to the lighthouse, and you can see as I pan down to the water and back up to the lighthouse, just how much land is there. So looking at the Earth Curve calculator, if we put a distance of 20.25 kilometres, and observe a height of 30 metres with a target height of 30 metres, which is the focal height of the lighthouse, we can see that with any refraction, there is no hidden part, and therefore we should see all of that land underneath the lighthouse. Even if we factored in no refraction, the amount hidden is just 4 centimetres, which is negligible. So what did the observation look like from an elevation of 30 metres? Well, there it is, Bathurst Lighthouse, and a significant amount of land underneath the lighthouse is clearly visible. Now moving to the lower elevation, a distance of 20 kilometres, and observe a height of 2 metres, we can see that the hidden part will obviously depend on the amount of refraction, but could be anywhere from 17.5 metres down to about 11.8 or 10 metres. So there's going to be some of that land, if not all of it, completely hidden from the lower elevation. And what did that look like? That is the view from the lower elevation. You can only see the top part of the lighthouse. One thing I find quite comical is when flat earthers attempt to debunk my Bathurst Lighthouse videos by showing us an observation that matches the globe prediction anyway. Remember, the amount of refraction can vary from day to day, and as you can see, that will change the hidden amount by several metres. So there's no point showing us a video with a very small amount of land underneath the lighthouse and claiming you have debunked me. That actually matches the prediction from the Earth Curve calculator anyway. What you need to show us is this much land underneath the lighthouse from an elevation of 2 metres. Good luck with that. Anyway, please enjoy the observations. So I'm currently in Perth again at the intersection of Avonmore Terrace and Princes Street, looking across to Bathurst Lighthouse on Rottnest Island. And this is maximum optical zoom with the P900. What I'll do now is pan all the way left across the island and back to the right. I'm presently at the top of the hill, which has an elevation of about 30 metres. There's the wind turbine. And there's the main lighthouse. And back to the right. So I'll zoom right in using digital zoom, and you will see just how much land there is underneath that lighthouse. Now we'll zoom out all the way so you can see my location clearly. As you can see, at the top of the hill. And there's Princess Street and Avonmore Terrace. So there's no argument about the location. What I'll do now is go down to a 2-metre elevation and repeat that observation. So I'm now down on the beach with an elevation of about 2 metres, again looking at Bathurst Lighthouse with maximum optical zoom on the P900. And as you can see, all that land underneath the lighthouse is completely hidden. I'll pan left and right again. There's the wind turbine. There's the main lighthouse. And as you can see, the amount of land visible now at the lower elevation is a lot less than was visible at the 30-metre elevation. Back to the right. So we'll zoom in on Bathurst Lighthouse. Maximum digital zoom now. None of that land underneath the lighthouse is visible. And now let's zoom all the way out and pan around to confirm the location. And you can see by the people fishing, my elevation is about 2 metres. And that's the park at the bottom of Princes Street.